My team is a little bit better than your team, but not by much. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Vinny's Corner. I'm your host, Vinny. It's my guy Showtime with me here. And we'll probably have a couple other guys popping in. So we were off air and we were just talking about it. I said, "What's up, man?" And we just jumped right into the baseball thing. So, what's going on, man? What's going on with the Marlins?
So they're in a funk. I mean, it happens. It happens. Baseball, baseball streakiness happens, especially for a young team.
No.
What's good, Caleb?
What's up, Caleb? How you doing, brother?
Good.
All right. We got the Mariners fan on here now too. All right. So Caleb, or I'm not Caleb. Showtime. What's going like? You just think it's like the growing pains of the team at the moment?
It's growing pains. They're struggling, but it's part of growing pains.
Okay.
I mean, one thing also has been injuries, but it's also bad play. Like, you can't just say injuries.
Well, so how do you feel? Right. Okay. We're in this. We're now in the back half of the season. So now, right, you're an above 500 team. You're in third place at the moment.
And that's why the huge thing was that we had such a good month, but then now we have like a little bit of wiggle room, to struggle. Like being 10 games over 500, like that creates some wiggle room.
I mean, I guess here's the question. Are you hoping, are you expecting, like, is the game plan, do you think, like, are they going to make a push for the playoffs? Like, or do you think this might be like the start of a big tape off?
I think regardless, they weren't really gonna do anything to go like full on, make a big playoff run. You know what I mean? Like, if they made the playoffs, sure, whatever, that's great. But the goal wasn't to make a big playoff push this year. If you did, that would be nice.
Okay, that's fair. So now I guess we can look at
the goal. The goal of this team is more so sustained success. Like, we made the playoffs in 23, but then we just got spanked by the Phillies. That's not the goal. It's not to push our chips in all for 1 year. It's to, gradually
you want to be a playoff team,
for
wild
years.
card or not. You want to be
for years.
in the playoff conversation every year.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and to gradually improve every year, hopefully,
Yeah. Now, listen, that's exactly what it should be.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Yanks fan. The Yanks have, listen, they just went through a really bad stretch, right? They got
smoked. Like what good team has not struggled this year? Like, that's, that's a saving grace, but it's like, that's not an excuse to play bad at the same time.
Well, see, and we're in different situations because you guys are trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
We're right there. We're, it's only 2.5 games. So we're like right there, but we have the third place team smoking red hot on our ass in the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know what I mean? So like the Yankees can't be up and down right now because the team right behind us is not up and down.
I mean, they just need to float water until Judge comes back, honestly. And whenever that is.
Well, because, listen, like you saw the message I sent to the group today, right? 11 strikeouts. Cole puts on an 11K performance this morning, early
That's
afternoon.
not a game you can lose. Yeah, that's bad for confidence. Yeah, that's bad for confidence.
Like, come on, man. Like, the offense, Judge or not, you got to be able to, like, especially when you got a guy like Keller on the mound, you got to be able to get more than 3 runs out of it with this offense.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You're not even asking them to put up like big numbers. You're just asking them to do enough to win at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And they've been really inconsistent. Like, for a team with as much like alleged firepower as we're supposed to have, obviously we don't have Judge in the lineup, like, Stanton. We've got the issues we've got, but we're just not seeing what we need to.
Yeah.
Call it what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm curious now. I'm gonna look real quick at ML. Freed is coming back tonight.
He's actually he pitched.
He's already done.
Pitching. Yeah. Well, are they still playing?
I think. Here we go.
Yeah, but
Okay,
he's pitching.
top of the 8th. Yankees are winning 2-0.
Yeah. Okay, so he's probably done. Yeah, he pitched.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that. Okay. Frustrating, Now it's 2-0. Me and you talked about this morning. That game. I was like, what the?
Yeah.
I thought that was a no-brainer. No-brainer.
Yeah.
Clearly, I was wrong, and that happens. All right, so Caleb's guys, what's going on? What's going on in the AL West with the Mariners?
What's going on in the Emerald City?
It's the offense. It's not the pitching, like I said in the group chat. It's the offense. It's our batting for sure. It's our offense.
Are you guys? Do you feel like the offense is struggling?
Yeah, I feel like the offense is struggling. Yeah, and we still got Julio back also.
Okay. Because like what, like when I look at like okay, the Rangers right now are in first place, right, in that division. Mariners are 1 game back, but the Rangers are in first place with a negative 28 run differential. What?
That's horrible. That's horrible. Like, so the Seattle Mariners, if theirs isn't huge, but theirs is still a plus 17. Right.
The
Rangers are nothing special. That's the thing. The Rangers are like a 500 team at best.
Like, I mean, that's basically what it is right now over there, right? Kind of a 500 club.
Yeah.
51, 50, 51 and 52, 49 and 54, right? The Astros. That's kind of the Astros run differential is negative 48, minus 48.
Yeah, you in that division you can't even count the Angels because the Angels are just sellers every year, which they should be, but they're not. Like they're just bad.
Dude, you want to hear a crazy one? A team that's really like, and it sucks because I was enjoying watching them a little bit early in the season. The Athletics, like now that they've been starting to like get their asses kicked, it's like because some of the games that they're giving up like 10 plus runs, their run differential is over 100.
Yeah, that's just because how bad their pitching is.
Bro, it's crazy. They get absolutely smoked. Like when they get smoked, it's like all the way off, 10,
I mean, they had that
runs.
They had that 12 or 11 game losing streak, then this guy almost throws a no-hitter. Like they're just inconsistent and their pitching puts them in such a hole.
It'll be interesting to see like what they develop into as they're
still a fun young team. It's just they need to put all the pieces together.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's good though. They're a young team, and then like in the next couple of years they'll be like officially moved
in Vegas,
in a new stadium. So it'll be exciting to see if they can put it together.
Yeah, like with new ownership, maybe ownership coughs up a few more bucks.
Imagine like opening up the season here in Las Vegas and they're a contender, at least in their division. They're a contender. Right. That would be awesome. So definitely be interesting to see.
I mean, they'll definitely draw more of a crowd. That's for sure.
So, I guess like the question, like the really big things, and I guess what we always talk about this time of year, like kind of the buyers and the sellers and what's going on next, right? So like looking at the MLB, it's now that time of year, right? We're over 100 games in. Yeah. We're at the quote the home stretch where teams are going to start looking towards the postseason. What do you think about the postseason race now? Are there any surprises right now?
The Red Sox, period. The Red Sox.
Yeah,
the Red Sox were going to be a for sure seller, and now look at them back in the playoff race.
Well, but here's the trick, right? Starting the season, I feel like a lot of us were high on them. It was like, you know what, they might be good, sure. and then it was like, well, we were way wrong, and now here they come. So I don't know.
Now one thing you really do have to wonder with this hot stretch, is it gonna run out and they come somewhat back to earth? I don't know. It's hard to say because they've been playing well with a lot of guys hurt too.
Kind of a next man up sort of thing over there at the moment. And and that's what leads me to that's what makes me think they're dangerous. Especially as a Yankees fan. Right now, looking at right. So like just looking at if we went to the playoffs right now, right, the Red Sox probably wouldn't be there.
No, I think they're in the wild card.
Maybe they would. Yeah, maybe they would be a wild card. Yeah. Maybe okay, so the AL East would have 2 wild cards right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
But like I'd say the biggest surprise for me is the White Sox.
Yes, for sure.
You know, and it's not so much that I didn't think that like they were going to be good, but like I'm not sure that I knew that I was going to see them in first place.
Yeah, exactly. I thought maybe like a wild card at best, not really a division contender.
Yeah, but they're like legitimate good.
Yeah.
That's been like
now here's another interesting team right around the deadline right now because the Tigers have been playing much better. What do they do with Scooble?
Well, I mean, I think that's a great question. It depends. I don't know, man. I feel like they should
I feel like they still should because he's not going to resign, and you don't want to lose him for nothing.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. You know, he doesn't want to be there.
It's not that he doesn't want to. He wants to, but their owner is cheap, so I don't think they will. And he's going to ask for a ton of money, of course.
Well, and he's got the right to, right?
Yeah.
So it's let's say he ends up in LA or New York, right?
Because he's most likely going to a big market. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty realistic. But like, what? Okay, well, what about this? Like, what if he ended up going right next door to like Chicago? Chicago's a big market.
What? That would be a. I mean, Chicago honestly wouldn't be a bad choice for him, but I just haven't seen any rumors of that. But they definitely do have the pieces to get him.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they could make it logical. Like, I don't know what it would just depend on what the package had to look like.
Yeah.
You know? Because what they have cooking over there, they don't want to like.
Yeah, you don't want to break what they have. Yeah, exactly.
If you can add him, like, one thing, but like it depends. If you have to get rid of certain things, that I like what they got going on. So I don't know. It'd be tricky, but I was hoping to spring that on Cove, but I don't know where he is today. But that was like for me, that was kind of like the one that like was like the biggest. I mean, you have the Rangers and Seattle kind of back and forth. I think Seattle, if Seattle can kind of tighten it up, I think they should.
I think Seattle rights the ship at some point. I don't know when, but I feel like they will.
Yeah, I feel like we can like get our groove back. We can like get back to winning.
You see, the thing with the Mariners is they're just super inconsistent. Like their offense their offense doesn't even need to be great. Their offense just needs to do enough.
Yeah,
like you can't
compared to last year.
That. Yeah,
night and day. It's night and day. Yeah. But that I think that kind of like if you look at a couple of key players on that lineup that are just not performing at that same level as they were last year.
Off Cal Rowley. Cal,
he having to work here. He's been falling off. I don't know what happened.
I think this is just a year you can write off for Cal because he's never had this bad of a year.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's the thing, right? In his first 3-4 seasons, whatever it was, right? Every year he got better.
Yeah.
This year he's having a slump. Like it happens. You're gonna have a bad year once in a while. Especially after an epic season like last season. So everyone can't be Aaron Judge and Shohei and just put out these retarded seasons every year. So
speaking of Aaron Judge and Shohei, who do you I mean, the MVP races are pretty much locked in right now. No,
Are they?
I would say so. Shohei and Jordan, like pretty
Um,
much. No,
it, it has to be Jordan in the AL,
yeah, that's for sure.
right? Like his numbers are
Barring
just crazy.
injuries, yeah. Barring injuries, yeah.
Yeah, assuming if things play out the way they do, unless Judge has the greatest comeback ever, which I'm not expecting.
Right.
So I don't know. But okay, so now let me ask another question. Are we now like the idea of the Shohei Cy Young, that's kind of out the window, huh?
Oh, that's out the window, yeah, because he's not pitching right now. So it's Miz's award to lose, period.
Okay. And like I feel like Skeens has kind of looked worse, but I think it's because I think a lot of it's his team.
Schemes, he's
He's
been
gotten
up and
ripped a
down.
few times.
He's gotten ripped, but he's also gotten back on track. Like it's been up and down for him.
Yeah, and so yeah, okay. I would say Miz. That's fair.
But the only thing with Miz now is now they're limiting his innings like a lot. So
well, and okay, so now let's be strategic, right? Okay, so hold on. Now I got to pull up the standings again real quick so I can just confirm my thought process here. Okay, 64. There were 6.5 games ahead right now. Chicago is the second place team, and Chicago has been a little bit back and forth, But don't get me wrong. Their last 10, they've won 6. They're not. Yeah. It's not like they're doing terribly, but maybe the thought process is now like, okay, we're in the back half. We think we can lock this up with you pitching 5 innings, and not going deep into games.
For sure. Yeah, because you don't want him to blow out his arm before the postseason. For sure.
Yeah, because like in the postseason, when a guy like him starts dealing, you have to respect it and say keep going until you can't. You know what I mean? Like you can't limit innings in the NLDS. Yeah.
Yep.
So, so I don't.
It's a luxury that they have. It's a luxury that they have, given that they're so good. So
they're a really good team, and the rest of the division is like figuring themselves out. Like
Cubs are inconsistent. Pirates are a wild card at best. Reds have fallen off.
The Reds are no man's land.
A mess.
Pirates and Cardinals are just inconsistent teams at the moment, but they're decent. And the Cubs, I'm really unsure of. The Cubs they're still the streakiest team in baseball. So.
The Cubs are very hard to gauge for sure.
Like, listen, if the Cubs cannot have another 10-game losing streak, they'll be fine. But if they take,
regardless, you can't trust their pitching at all in the playoffs. So,
that's fair.
Their offense can't just carry them to a deep playoff run. I really doubt it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
That's not even me hating on them. It's just when your pitching staff is as bad as they are, you can't just count on your offense because you'd go down so big. Your offense can only do so much.
And it's not like their offense is that high. They don't get me wrong; they can do their thing.
They're a good offense. They're not a great offense.
Yeah, but it's not exactly. It's not like they're the Dodgers. Like you can blow a lead and we'll come back.
There you go.
No. Yep. Yeah, so it's a little different. That's it. It's kind of interesting. So you know what? Actually, kind of because I threw out the name Dodgers, I want to bounce this idea in the air.
I was thinking about the Dodgers too as soon as you said that.
Well, so here's what it's tricky. I'm not really thinking about the Dodgers, but I'm thinking about the NL West.
Right.
Is there a world where the Diamondbacks do enough to make the Diamondbacks are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Diamondbacks are in second
another
place.
Team that's inconsistent and they really don't buy at the deadline. So
no, they don't. But you also know how they perform in the back half. They do good in these back stretches.
No, that is true. And they've won like 85-ish games. pretty much every year.
They could be a sneaky fuck somebody else's wild card bid up team, and get into playoffs with it, having one pitcher. Show up with one pitcher.
Yeah, that's
We're here. Let's see what happens. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen them be a wild card, get hot, run, get all the way to the World Series. So
that's the thing, and like that's the what do they say? What's the term? Catching lightning in a bottle, right?
Yeah,
you never
exactly,
know,
exactly.
You just got to get to the playoffs. Anything can happen at that point. So just to kind of transition a little bit, so I don't know if you saw, you did actually. I do know you saw. I sent you
the LeBron
I sent
thing
it to you this morning. The LeBron thing.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
What do you make of that?
It's just a. I don't know,
bro. You need to make a fucking decision, man.
Organization was preparing for something. Like,
I think it's just a complete mess up. I think there's nothing to do with it.
Bro, it's a complete
mess up. It's a complete mess up because now there's rumors that the job is gone. Like, that dude got fired, obviously, and now the job is up for grabs.
Bro, but listen, I feel like if it was just like a silly mistake of something that wasn't true, they wouldn't care and fire him. Like, they're firing him because they're like, bro, what did you do? Like, we were supposed. Like, I don't know, man. I know you're a Heat fan. I feel like this may be happening, dude.
I don't think it means anything for the LeBron sweepstakes. I could be wrong, but I don't make anything of it.
Well, okay, so here's my thought process to this. Okay, very simple. Anything outside of California obviously detracts from the whole family first idea. So we already know that.
Yeah.
If he's going to do a basketball move, going to a team like that allows him to have his deficiency at defense at this stage in his game, because he knows what he's got on that team, and that's a defensively built team. Also, the state of Florida is very generous with their tax laws regarding people's employment. And maybe he's like, you know what? I can keep a little bit of that extra minimum bag that I'm taking while I'm over there. At least I won't have to pay taxes on it. You know? I'm already only getting 15 mil.
And he knows the Florida life. So
I don't know, man. I feel like there's a world where it makes complete sense for him to do it.
Now that being said,
and then him and Pat Riley making amends. Whoa.
Yeah.
Full circle moment.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I'll say with the YouTube thing now, is it gonna piss off LeBron or like sway his decision? Like, that's the real question about this whole thing. Which I want to say it doesn't, just because I feel like it was just a genuine mistake and they fired him, not because they know about the LeBron thing. It's just they fired him because it was a mistake and they don't want stuff like that to happen, They're just being conscious.
But the other side of it is, what if LeBron was like, yo, bro, what the fuck did this guy just do? And they were like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, LeBron's pissed.
I don't think he would do that over a YouTube thing. Like, that would be silly, I feel like.
I mean,
like, LeBron's a professional.
and he's the utmost professional, don't get me wrong, but he also is extremely cognizant of how he controls the narrative around whatever he's doing.
I mean, but that's probably why that he said, yeah, you fucked up, get out of here. Like, they know how serious LeBron is.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, I hope for you guys it happens. I think it would be cool.
It's tough.
And like, the other thing that I was thinking that would be really cool is that if because this would be an automatic, they would do this like no questions asked.
Right.
If LeBron went to the Heat, the Christmas Day game would be the Heat and the Knicks.
Oh yeah. At
MSG.
That would be pretty much guaranteed.
That's what it would be at MSG, bro. Yeah. That would be proper. That's a proper Christmas Day.
Right.
Like I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
But this is like,
Anyways,
well, maybe I'm wrong, but I guess here's the question then. Like realistically at this point, what could even be the reason that he's not just like coming out with it? Like we're so far along, right? Everything else has ended. Right? Like,
he wants to make
match.
he wants the decision to be on his own. He doesn't want to feel forced by anyone. You know what I mean?
I feel like he was ready to announce it, and then this stupid mother flower, Silver, came out and made those comments about him hurrying up, and he was like, "Oh, hurry up! Oh, hurry up!" Okay.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly my point. He doesn't want to feel rushed. He wants to do it whenever he wants to. That's it.
Yeah. Now he's sitting.
He doesn't want to do it when everyone expects it. He's gonna do it out of the blue.
And he's not even going out and doing like podcasts this week. It's all Rich Paul doing them. And LeBron's just sitting back chilling. Like they're such. I can't stand those two. You know, but I love it. It's one of those kind of things, like a love-hate thing. So, kind of, it sort of is what it is. So has there been like any other big movement? Has your team done anything else?
It's just LeBron.
Like, is the whole league literally just waiting?
Yeah, no, it's literally that because there's been nothing free agent wise.
Really crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely not like I would say it's not what I was expecting.
So. Yeah, I mean, because the Heat are just waiting on LeBron. If not, they'll probably sign like DeRozan, Levine, whatever.
Yeah, they're just waiting on LeBron.
Kind of the same thing in Golden State. You know, they're waiting on LeBron. If they don't get him, they'll pivot somehow.
You know, it's weird to say this because I didn't think I would ever say this, but the DeRozan move would actually be a really good move because as long as he's not the primary guy, and he can just be a scorer, he can go because you know that dude can put up buckets.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, would he fit with LeBron? Yeah. But the thing is, would he fit with LeBron? That's why teams are waiting on LeBron first.
Interesting. Really kind of interesting.
Yeah, because DeRozan's a ball dominant guy, and so is LeBron. So, like,
well, yeah, but you know what? It feels to me like they would work well together because you could have Bron kind of run like that hybrid point role, right? And facilitate because he does like LeBron doesn't have to score 30, 40 points, right? So he could facilitate and still score 20 points, and DeRozan could drop 30 plus.
No, that's a good point.
You know, it just because like who else is going to shoot on that team?
True.
Bam. Like
I mean they have some
with that new team they're going to have. Bam's going to be getting guarded by people again. People aren't just going to be letting him take free shots.
Yeah. I mean, you do bring up a good point there. They would fit fine together. I just don't think it's the most amazing fit. You know what I mean? Because Giannis can sort of play point forward. Obviously he's not a threat on the perimeter, but I've seen, you know, recently he's in Greece working with Davion Mitchell, you know.
I think
working on a shot, whatever.
The tandem of him and Bam together is going to be interesting to see how they work together.
Yeah. Because they kind of have similar play styles, kind of.
And I think it'll add a toughness, right? Like you know, now they have that defined toughness.
Yeah, because recently I would say for sure there's been a lack of toughness. Like besides Bam, there's a lot of lack of toughness, and that's just not like the Heat way. You know, you think of Heat culture, you think of tough guys, not.
And that's why your boy Tyler Hero got punched in the face.
That's why Tyler Hero is gone.
That's why he got punched in the face because he was soft.
Yeah, exactly. Pat said enough of this softness and being injured and not performing in the playoffs.
It's just, you know, it's kind of a crazy thing, I guess, like for me to consider that that's still a reality that like we're now what 20 plus years into this guy's career. This guy's my age, right? So I'm 42 going on 43. So he's like maybe months younger than me, right? And he's got an entire league waiting for him to pick what team he wants to go to, so they can start so people can start moving again, so they can schedule stuff. This is crazy to me.
Yeah.
This is the most alpha shit ever, though. Just sitting back, yeah.
I mean, players are like that besides LeBron. You think of any other player that does that besides LeBron?
I mean, really don't. Listen, somebody said this on the radio today. They were like, LeBron has earned the right to do this. They were like, he is a billion-dollar business unto himself.
It's true, but it still doesn't make it not annoying.
Well, and so this was the rebuttal. The other guy said, well, you're right, comma, but this is also what makes people turn on him.
Exactly.
People don't care that you earn the right to do this. If just tell us already. This is annoying, and people get frustrated by this.
LeBron's a diva, and everyone knows that, and people hate him and love him for it.
I mean, it's one of those things that it's there's going to be haters, and there's going to be people I think I've told you this. I didn't even I was the biggest LeBron hater. I didn't even like LeBron until me and LeBron turned 40, and he was still killing it at the level. I said, man, this guy's a legend. He's my age and he's bowling like this. I love him. Now I love him. But that's only because I walk around over 40, and I know when I see him with his knees wrapped, I'm like, I understand that. I know why he got to do that. He really in pain right now. So, I don't know. I think it's funny.
You just gotta accept LeBron for who he is. He's a great player. He's a diva. He's one of the two top 3 whatever players ever.
Yeah,
dude.
And you just gotta accept his personality for how he is.
I really I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if not only was this not his last year, but LeBron is 41, turning 42, right? I wouldn't be shocked if he said, I'm going to play till I'm 45 years old. He's still a 25-5 guy.
Yeah.
Those numbers are ridiculous. He's over 40.
Honestly, I think it's a decision he'll make family-wise, not just himself. But I do get your point.
Definitely.
He'll definitely talk to his wife, whatever. It'll be a family decision because he's also he's getting, his kids, his Bronny's obviously in the league. Bryce is about to get drafted.
Well, right, and so, and to that point. Logically, almost 2 weeks ago, this guy should have just been I'm going to Golden State. It's in the same state that I live. I'm going to play with my boys, Draymond and Steph. I don't care about the bread. I'm going to play basketball with my homies, and I want to be close to my family. So that's what I'm doing. Thanks.
Yeah.
But because if he comes out and he says Golden State, everybody's gonna be like, "Go fuck this guy." Everybody's gonna be nobody would care. If he comes out and says any other place, doesn't he could say the Knicks, he could say Miami, nobody would really care. But if he now comes out and says Golden State with Steph, people gonna be like, you made me wait 3 weeks for a month for this? That's the whole thing. So.
I mean, that would be funny just because Golden State has a thing with building, quote unquote, the Avengers.
Yeah, the Avengers. Yep.
So
I mean, listen, his kids are between California and Arizona, right?
Right. Yeah.
It just kind of seems logical.
Definitely. Yeah.
It feels like. And listen, if we get this anticlimactic decision, cool, whatever. But there's a part of me I would love it if we found out that this was not only not his last year, but he was I'm going to the T-Wolves or something ridiculous,
Bro.
you know?
No, you went to the T-Wolves.
That would be crazy. Like, I don't know. I would be into it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think he would go with Miami or Golden State, definitely for sure.
Oh, hold on. Showtime. Hold on. Showtime. What?
What?
Oh, okay. He muted himself. I don't know. Showtime muted himself and then he disappeared. I
Okay.
saw him like, and I was like, what's going on? So I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, so I don't know though, Caleb. Like, what do you think though?
Yeah,
what would
definitely
be like-
Miami or Golden State, one of the two.
and you think it's just gonna end up being like exactly what everybody's thought the whole time?
Yeah,
Nothing, like,
nothing crazy. Yeah, either Golden State or Miami.
it's really like, it's very interesting. Like, why? It's been so long, and I guess what we're doing right now is exactly why they do it, right? Like,
Yeah,
because people are still talking about it, but
yeah,
it's definitely like, I don't know, man. To me, I feel like it's dragged on a little too long at this point, right?
definitely. Yeah.
I heard ESPN when I was at the gym this morning, they were calling it the indecision instead of the decision, and I was just kind of laughing about that. So,
Okay.
but I think I think it is just like I think it's just one of those sort of things. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where this guy is, Showtime, but while he's gone for a second, what I did want to take a second just to kind of shout out, guys, if you are a boxing fan, Anthony Joshua, heavyweight, returns this weekend.
My bad.
What's up, Showtime?
Sorry, I had to step out for a second.
We saw, no worries. But yeah, so this weekend, just quick update on boxing side of things. So everyone knows the heavyweight match is coming up this fall between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Both those guys are fighting this weekend. So Anthony Joshua will be available on DAZN to watch if you're into it. I know like he's fighting a guy who like the average or like a casual boxing fan probably doesn't know. So I won't get too far into it, but he's coming back. So it should be good to see him. And then Tyson Fury, like it's not actually available. Apparently you can see highlights of the fight on his TV show on Netflix. Very strange situation. I don't really know too much about it, but Tyson Fury is fighting like a kickboxer in Thailand or something very strange. And he's doing it for charity and donating all the money. It's a very, very different thing. So be interesting. But the real fight this weekend is actually Errol Spence, the Dallas native, former champion that lost a couple of years ago to Terrence Crawford, is finally making his long talked about return and fighting Australian Tim Tszyu.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be a good fight. That's a middleweight. You can check out my blog. It's vinny'scorner.blog. And I actually wrote up the stuff there about Errol, about Tim. I gave you my breakdown, my official pick. You can let me know what you think there. Give it a read when you got a chance. All right. So back to it. So Showtime. What we were just saying now, Caleb was just saying he thinks it's going to be like kind of a basic, exactly what you think it'll be sort of thing. Right. A Golden State, a Heat. Is that what you think as well?
I think it'll be pretty basic. I don't think LeBron complicates it. I mean, it feels like a retirement tour. I doubt he really plays more than 1 or maybe 2 years. So it wouldn't make sense for him to go somewhere that he's not familiar with or doesn't want to go play with. Like he wants to go play with Steph, sure, end your career with Steph. He wants to end his career in Miami, sure, do that. He wants to end his career in Cleveland, go do that, sure.
Well, and that, like, to me, that's the whole, like, that. This is why the whole, like, Golden State thing just seems so logical. Like,
right.
You already have business, family, everything in California. Your boys are on the team.
Yep.
The coach you've literally played with for Team USA. It's just like, it's a very comfortable situation. it would be a lot of fun. It sounds like, right? From a perspective of like just like playing basketball for a guy like him, it sounds like it would be a really fun way to kind of close it out.
And I feel like if he goes somewhere that doesn't make sense, it might, would it, I don't know, would it be a bad look on him if he went somewhere that wasn't expected and took all this time just to sign somewhere random? You know what I mean?
It would be like, so if
like, would it hurt his legacy? I don't know. Like, I feel like it would, and I don't think he would do that.
Here's the thought process, right? If there was a situation outside of those ones, let's say like a Philadelphia, the 76ers. Now, I don't really know that they're a contending team. They could be, if everybody's healthy. Maybe he's like, you know what? Like, if he went to Philadelphia and got that team over, and then and won at a fifth destination or a fourth destination, right? That would be pretty spectacular stuff.
Like, but he has no connections to Philadelphia. Like, I feel like he has to end his career. Like, I feel like whatever team he signs with now, that's where he ends his career. No. Like, it would make most sense for him to go somewhere where he ends his career. He has connections.
Yeah. And like, I think that's the other side of it, right? Is we only see it from the basketball side of things, but like as just like the business side of it, he might looking at what else ownership has their tentacles in. And like, if I go to this situation, I might be able to get myself into X, Y, and Z or after this, he might just be thinking like a billionaire now,
right?
As opposed to a basketball player. So, and that makes total sense, right? Nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
So I mean, I guess that's really all that's going on in the NBA for the time.
Yeah, summer league is just whatever.
There's a couple.
There's a few names that were pretty interesting in summer league. Like,
is there anyone that like? Okay, so outside of like Peterson, DeBansta, outside of like the top 5 guys that were drafted, is there anyone that's standing out?
Yaxel Lenneborg.
Been pretty good.
Yeah, he won summer league. They won the championship, and Yaxel won summer league MVP.
So, I like that's who you highlighted too. That whole squad, the starting 5,
and Yaxel feels like he's a guy that's like, and this is exactly the way I felt because that's who I wanted them to draft number 1.
Yeah.
And the reason was because he's a plug and play guy. He's ready to play now, period. Like, he won a championship. He's a very experienced college player.
And because of the journey, like, okay, so that starting 5, and I'm glad like you said that, because his experience in college is different than a lot of people's, right? It's not like he was just at Michigan. He went to Michigan from UAB, whatever, right? He had played at a couple of places first. He had went and got that experience. But when you say literally plug and play, those guys were all brought together for a year with that coach. They put together such a season. All 5 of them got drafted, and the coach got a head coaching job. Like the whole team, their whole little crew, including the coach, went to the NBA off that season. That's incredible.
Oh, speaking of Michigan, the Hurricanes basketball team just got the Michigan 6-man. Like, he was a key bench piece. That he actually committed to the U.
What's his name?
It's like Kaysen or something. LJ Kaysen, I think.
Okay, Kaysen. So the other thing now that's interesting, right, is they just had so much success at that university, and then you have all this stuff going on with the athletic director.
Yeah.
So Michigan's low key a hot mess right now.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
and they won a championship, so who really cares?
Well, they won a championship the year before, that in football, and they won the basketball.
Why is it that they always have drama after a championship? That's kind of
yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of.
So like the AD had to like the AD was like forced to like step down or whatever, right? Like basically like they're like firing him essentially. But then they're like, but wait, you have to stay and help us hire the next AD. So like the guy is so good at his job that they need him to help him to do it the next piece right, but they have to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's a very messy situation over there.
Messy situation.
But,
yeah.
So you think Yaxel Lunenborg is kind of like the standout outside of that top 5 group?
Yeah,
so
for
far
sure.
in the
The top 5 definitely proved themselves. Like, there's no question about that.
Yeah,
dude, it's like, so they're starting to make like the argument, right? Because there was a point where players could just come out of high school, and go to the NBA, right?
Right.
And then they added this step in there, and so now they go and play. They have to go play 1 season in college, and like a lot of them, it's like, yo, we don't even want to do that because like that's wasting time and money for us. Like literally, I could be getting an NBA contract, but you're requiring me to do this step instead first. So it's good to see these really young dudes. They're making the argument easier because they're showing up, and from day one, they're all so game ready. And like guys like players coming out and dropping 50 points, year one.
I think it's a good and bad thing. I would say it's a good and bad thing because obviously there's some guys that I feel like don't need to go to college. If you're ready to go to the NBA, you're ready to go. But some guys do need the development, and they're not as ready as they do.
Well, that's fair. So just kind of require it for everybody, regardless.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the G League Ignite was a fun concept for a while. It was a thing, but it's not a thing anymore. Obviously, like that was just more so of an experiment.
Yeah.
So real quick, we got a question here, or I guess I got a question here. If I had to pick one target for the Yankees, or the number 1 target for the Yankees before the deadline, before the trade deadline, I'll be honest, I'm not sure. Like, okay, so here's the thing: as a Yankees fan, if you're watching, right, if you're watching these 2 games today, and if you watch a lot of our games this season, besides Fried and Cole, we have 2 guys back that are both aces, but then we have guys like Schiller. We have so much pitching going on. I'm pretty comfortable on the pitching side of the world, and we have a lot of bats already. I don't really know who you bring in and plug into this Yankees team that would help right now. I don't know. What do you think, Showtime?
Maybe you call up like a George Lombard at some point if he's ready. Well, you need a spark, maybe.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe you bring somebody up, but there's no target right now. I'm not looking at the American League and I'm like, oh, we should go get him. That's what we need.
It's a very, very confusing market right now. Because there's a lot of teams that could sell. It's like with the American League, no one's out of the playoff race. So who's gonna really sell? A
lot of 500-ish teams. Yeah. And it's tough to really know. Here's my other thing is that if I'm assuming as a Yankees fan that my guys, my big guys are coming back, over the next month or 2.
Right.
Then I really what do I possibly want to do? I just want to plug Giancarlo and so actually look, so our offense sucks. We need a catcher and hopefully a George Lombard call-up. Exactly. So a George Lombard call-up would be a good move. That's what we were just talking about. That something like that would be a spark. But our offense sucks at the moment. We have good players.
Right.
It's not, you know what I mean?
Stanton honestly just needs to get healthy for the playoffs because how good he is always in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who cares how many games he plays in the regular season? Get him a few games in the regular season just to get his timing. He'll be locked in for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's and listen, as long as you've got that guy on DH, like you have him there, and then like Judge can come back healthy. Like you've already got Judge, like you've got Belly, you've got guys. Rice can do his thing once in a while. Wells is not played well this season.
Now that's a big need. Now you probably do want to go to get a catcher. Maybe you can trade one of your pitchers, whatever, because the pitching is pretty much fine.
Yeah, Warren, Weathers, Schlittler, Fried, Cole. I mean,
like you have an excess of pitching with more pitching still to come. Rodon, Schmidt.
They just so that would probably be the direction to go, right? Would be a catcher.
Because you look at the offense and every position is pretty much set in stone besides catcher.
Yeah, it's it's frustrating, man. I have Wells on fantasy.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That guy since his rookie year, I don't know what happened.
No, but the beginning of the year, he seemed like he was going to be okay, and then he just as soon as he slumped, he just never came back. He's just been gone. Like I don't know. It's frustrating as a Yankees fan. I'm as a baseball fan. Random fact about me. Playing and I didn't grow up playing intensive travel baseball or anything like that. But when me and my boys played pickup baseball, which we played all the time, I usually I always played catcher. My favorite player when I was in high school was Jorge Posada for the New York Yankees. I love the catcher position. So having him as our catcher for the moment and just not seeing him get there, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. We got it's going to be a fun road trip for me going to Philly Saturday, Chicago next. Look at you. Okay, there you go. We'll travel. But so had fun on that trip. That's a good little road trip right there. But right, I don't. Who? There's the question, right? Who?
Now Hunter Goodman is the big rumor from the Colorado, but the thing is, how much of a haul would you have to give up for him?
I don't know. I mean, again, well, here, okay.
Shea Langeliers also, Mason Miller also. There's a bunch of rumors.
Yeah, that's a bunch of rumors.
I mean, Mason Miller, he gets traded at the deadline. I feel like that would be the biggest blockbuster.
Okay, here's why we don't go. Hold on, I'm formulating my thought process. But okay, so the reason we don't go Hunter Goodman specifically is because we're calling. I mean, actually, you know what? Maybe hold on. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Is there a statistic? Because I know that the AL does not always translate well to the NL.
Right. Now, if you're worried about Goodman's production, he'll not be as great, because obviously he plays in Coors Field. Coors Field is elevated. He plays better away from Coors Field.
Well, and listen, to be fair, Yankee Stadium is a friendly place to hit.
Yeah. And he would have way more protection around him too. So
yeah, so I'm not against that. Interesting.
Now the thing is, do they go the cheaper route and get Ryan Jeffers from the Twins? He's a free agent in the offseason. The Twins aren't doing great.
Wait, say that again, Showtime?
Ryan Jeffers from the Twins.
Ryan Jeffers from the Twins. That's not a bad one. That might make more sense, if I'm being honest. That might make a little more sense.
I feel like you just need more so of a usable catcher. You need more production, but you don't need a star production.
No. Okay, listen. Let me give it to you this way. This is an easy way to explain it. Right? In fantasy,
right.
If he could just be 3 stars, that would be perfect. He doesn't have to be 5 stars. 3 stars will get us there, but not a 1 star. I can't have a 1-star catcher anymore.
Yeah.
That's Austin Wells. Austin Wells is borderline a no-star catcher. It's man. But Mason. Oh, there you go. Mason Miller odds up. That's a good one.
The Padres, I don't know. The Padres feels like they're gonna be sellers, and who could have saw this coming?
I thought they were going to be better than they are.
Yeah, I mean, every year they kind of just are solid, and this year is just completely came out of nowhere.
Yeah, this year they really haven't been.
I mean, it all starts with Fernando Tatis. How he started the year, he was awful. Like he couldn't hit homers for shit, and now he's kind of like heating up, but it's not leading to wins.
And that happens sometimes. Oh wow, look at this. The Dodge. Oh, that's perfect. So when he said that the Padres are down 7-1, I thought to myself, I placed an evening parlay to make up that L from earlier. I picked the Dodgers, the Twins, and the Braves. The Dodgers and the Twins already busted some butt. So the Braves were up, and the Braves are up 7-2 in the ninth. So that's good news. Hopefully they finish it off. That would be great.
What's up, champ?
Hold on. Here we go. Let's click. We got to.
Lindor. Interesting.
Do you think the Mets trade Lindor?
I don't think so. With the season he's been having and being hurt. Now, in the offseason, I think it's more of a possibility. Do the Mets sell in general? Yes, they will. I don't think Lindor, though.
The Mets roster today is a $495 million roster annually, right? So,
Lindor, I mean, he's a great player, but with the Mets not in contention and not really gonna be for a while, I don't think they do.
Well, so here's my question: Do the Mets look at all of the talent that they've compiled, which obviously is not a team, but it is it's
talent on paper without a properly constructed team. We've talked about this many times.
Yeah, they're like not this year, but like what the Dallas Cowboys have been very often, right? Like they just gotten a lot of stars, good talent. They're all there, but they're not a team. And that's unfortunately the reality for the Mets. The Mets really aren't a team, but does Cohen go ahead and be like, yo, listen, we need to shed some fat here. Like you guys got me spending a lot of money and we're not getting any results. You just signed Soto, so he's not going to be the piece that moves.
He's not going anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's stuck. He's such a Mets owner. He got them a modern day Bobby Bonilla to pay off for the next 30 years. Like, what a schmuck, honestly. Oh, breaking news. The Reds, look at this. Great.
The Red Sox have lost.
The Red Sox 15-game streak is over. I love that. That's great news. That's wonderful news right there.
Wait, they lost the doubleheader, no?
Well, they won the first game
today.
But they lost.
They won the first game. They won.
Yeah. So the first game this morning made it 50. I knew they were going to win because they were playing Bradish. And every time Bradish is on the mound, and I even think about betting on the Orioles, they lose.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Just stay away. I'll stay away. I saw it. I said, I'm going to go Orioles. I saw who was pitching, and I said, you know what? I'll take the Red Sox. No, it was that easy. That easy of a decision. The only team that failed me today was the Yankees. That's usual. The only team that failed. Thank God they did their business in the second game. Thank God the second game they looked way better. And by way better I mean they just didn't.
They won. They won.
They didn't fuck it up. That's all. But 2-0, what? 2 runs?
You're facing Bubba Chandler and Mitch Keller. You score 2 runs on the day. What?
You see the way
how many runs on the day did they score?
Look, they scored 5 in total. 3
5 in total.
5 in total. Embarrassing. Okay,
Against
it's
two
literally
mediocre
embarrassing. That
starters
should have
at
been an
best.
inning. That should have been an inning. The only happy for today's DH is Max Fried. Today's DH for Max Fried was Max Fried.
Oh.
Oh, a little confusing there. But so Max Fried back from his injury. Yes, Max Fried being back from his injury and throwing an absolute lights out baseball was fantastic because he was out with an elbow issue. And so obviously, as a baseball fan, I shit myself as soon as he went out. I was like, what do you mean? Tommy John? What, I went to the extreme immediately.
Yeah,
So,
but the good thing is it wasn't elbow, right? I think it was just, was it shoulder or was it elbow?
it ended up, the pain, they felt like originally it was reported it's his elbow area, but it was like an issue somewhere else that was just like the pain was just showing up over there type thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like so it was like something like you're saying, like it was coming from like the shoulder or something, but being felt like down here.
Right.
Yeah, just like because of the mechanics of it all. The point is that he looked great today. Cole looked great today also, but the Yankees, like, listen, it's really unfortunate and it's frustrating as a fan, right? You look at teams like the White Sox, they lost Murakami with a hamstring for, left elbow bone bruise. Okay, so it was the elbow. So I was right. First time. Okay, so there we go. So
the White Sox, they lost Murakami.
Murakami was gone for how long? And
like a
2
month
months
or two, right?
Right?
I think it was closer to 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, but they held their position. They won games. They played good baseball without him. Other guys showed up in major way. Guys like Antonacci showed up and played also. Like Vargas, like the team showed up. The Yankees are not sure. Like some of these, Wells, this is your time to shine. We're missing our heavy hitters. Get out there and do something. We're not seeing that from our guys, unfortunately.
Right. Even Jazz. I mean, Jazz, he's in a contract year and he's having the worst year he's had as a Yankee.
Did this guy just say it's 7-6 the Braves now?
What
my God. Oh my God.
Crazy. Anyways.
Dude. Okay. Well, hopefully the Braves don't lose. That would be wet. That would be, you know what? It would be because I just said that out loud. I'm like, oh, the other two teams won, and then the Braves lose. The Braves blow a 6-run lead in the ninth inning. Oh, that would be disappointing. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Right.
But if it does, I'm gonna rag Andrew in the chat so hard. I'm gonna drag him. He better
be like, what the fuck is up with your bullpen?
Bro, what? Like, what just happened? They just hit a grand slam? Like, what are we doing? Dude. Okay. Anyway. All right. Well, listen. I think that's pretty much all we got.
We can't hear you.
Mute. Mute.
Next time, bro.
Oh, shit.
Wait, my microphone died. My other mic. You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay, so showtime. So as I was saying, Yankees, the thing that we most would like to see is a catcher, maybe to shore up what we don't have going on there going into the latter half of this season. Showtime, you said you're pretty good with where the Marlins are at the moment.
If they hover around 500, stay in the playoff race, I'm cool with it. Yeah.
And yes, I know the Braves escaped. I I had the bet open on my phone. I was like, did I make any money? Let's go.
Won.
I did.
Yeah, they won.
Caleb, the biggest. So here's a question for you, Caleb. I guess for the both of you guys before we get out of here. And me and Showtime, actually, we discussed this a little bit at length a couple weeks back. Last year, the Mariners were able to go out and grab a couple of players, bring it right.
Suarez, Naylor,
Suarez and Naylor. And it really changed the tide of the team in the back half of the season and helped them really make that push. What can they do this year? Is there a move to be made that can have that kind of effect?
Probably Wu and the other pitcher, Dotu. And probably Castillo and Wu.
For sure.
Yeah, they're both gone. Probably Cole. Cole probably, and that's it.
Be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. So it is that time of evening. All right, I think that's all we got for this evening, guys. So thank you for joining us here on Vinny's Corner, and we'll see you next week, Wednesday evening. Same time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. All right.